safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
This has all happened before. Like, history's repeating itself
like
here.
Diana did the same thing.
Harry's
right?
not the first royal to do a memoir. Like, Charles done one in 1994.
You mean the book with Jonathan did?
Yes.
So that wasn't authored by Charles.
But
he cooperated. He did.
He did. He gave 10,000 private letters to that journalist. He gave his journals, he gave his diaries, and he gave up his contact books. He said in that book that his relationship with the Queen was cold, and he said that his relationship with Philip was more like a bully relationship. So he also went against the royal family there.
And this is Harry's argument, isn't it? Harry's argument is that this has all been done
before. He's not the first royal to do this. And Harry stepped down as a senior member of the royal family, so he's allowed to tell his truth. After 38 years of the media spinning his truth, like, he's allowed to tell his own now. Plus, he gave 1.5 million to charity. I don't think Charles did
embarrassing the country, though?
No, of course he's not embarrassing.
He's only embarrassing himself.
Who's embarrassing the country is Prince Andrew. Dan, I'm sure you remember, after Charles' book came out, The Sun done a poll, and 2/3 of their readers wanted Charles to be stripped of his titles as well. So this all sounds very familiar.
Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to SUSSEXFUL. I'm your host, Emma. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to SUSSEXFUL, your #1 channel for fair, fact-based commentary about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the truth behind royal media narratives. Now, on today's video, we are going to see journalist Ellen Coughlan absolutely shoot down Dan Wootton's latest, tired claim that Prince Harry embarrassed the royal family by releasing his memoir, Spare. Wootton, who has built a career around attacking Harry and Meghan, once again tried to frame Harry as some kind of disgrace to the monarchy, but Ellen came prepared with receipts straight from King Charles's own biography. She reminds everyone that King Charles himself aired deeply personal grievances about his parents, the late Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, in several interviews and authorized biographies. From expressing how emotionally distant they were to speaking about his difficult upbringing, Charles shared private family matters long before Harry ever put pen to paper. And yet, the British media didn't label Charles embarrassing or disloyal. Instead, they called him brave, honest, and vulnerable. So, when Harry does the same, when he shares his truth, his pain, his experiences growing up in an institution that failed to protect him and his wife, suddenly, the same media cries foul. The hypocrisy couldn't be clearer. Ellen Coughlan made an excellent point. If it was acceptable for King Charles to speak his truth, then it should also be acceptable for his son, Prince Harry. The royal family cannot have it both ways. They cannot applaud honesty from one member while condemning it from another, simply because the latter refused to play by their PR rules. What makes this even more revealing is that Charles's revelations were published decades before Harry's memoir, yet no one questioned his loyalty to the crown. But when Harry publishes Spare, he's accused of damaging the monarchy. Let's be honest, what truly damages the monarchy is the double standard, the manipulation, and the refusal to acknowledge their own history of airing dirty laundry when it benefits them. Dan Wootton and the rest of the tabloid press continue to mislead the public, pretending Harry broke some sacred rule. But Ellen Coughlan's evidence proves that Harry's honesty is nothing new in royal circles. The only difference is that he refuses to let the palace or the tabloids twist his story anymore. So, kudos to Ellen for calling out the hypocrisy and reminding everyone that truth-telling should not depend on titles or who's favored by the British press. Prince Harry didn't embarrass the royal family. He exposed a culture that thrives on silence, double standards, and media manipulation, and for that, the world respects him even more. So, in a scathing rebuttal, royal correspondent Ellen Coughlan has firmly rejected Dan Wootton's accusations that Prince Harry's memoir Spare was, an embarrassment to the royal family. Coughlan actually cited specific examples from King Charles's own authorized biography, which she argues directly contradicts Wootton's claims, pointing to passages that describe Charles's candid discussions of his personal struggles. Coughlan asserted that the royal family has long embraced a more open and transparent approach to their lives, making Wootton's criticism of Harry's revelations seem both misguided and, honestly, a bit hypocritical. Coughlan's authoritative response really dismantles Wootton's argument, underscoring the need for balanced and well-informed perspectives on the complex dynamics within the British monarchy. Wootton's accusations against Prince Harry haven't gone unchallenged. Ellen Coughlan expertly dismantles Dan Wootton's accusations, arguing that Prince Harry's decision to publish his memoir Spare was not an embarrassment to the royal family, but rather a bold and necessary move. Coughlan cites examples from King Charles's own biography, which she claims have set a precedent for members of the royal household to share their personal stories and experiences. She contends that Prince Harry's actions are not damaging the monarchy, but rather shining a light on the complexities and challenges faced by those within its walls. Coughlan's well-researched and impassioned defense really underscores the importance of transparency and open discourse, even within the traditionally guarded realm of the British royal family. Coughlan's counter-argument is, pretty compelling. In a scathing rebuttal, Ellen Coughlan swiftly refuted Wootton's accusations by presenting receipts straight from King Charles's own authorized biography. Coughlan adeptly demonstrated that Prince Harry's actions were not unprecedented within the hallowed halls of the royal family, effectively dismantling Wootton's claims of the Duke's supposed embarrassment to the institution. With an unwavering command of the facts, Coughlan's incisive response laid bare the fallacies in Wootton's arguments, underscoring the complex and nuanced nature of the ongoing royal drama. Ellen Coughlan firmly refuted Dan Wootton's assertions that Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, was an embarrassment to the royal family. In a scathing rebuttal, Coughlan pointed to King Charles's own biography, which she argued had revealed deeply personal information about various members of the monarchy. She noted that the book included intimate details about the private lives of the royal family, suggesting a double standard in how the public and media perceived the revelations from the two high-profile memoirs. Coughlan's forceful response highlighted the hypocrisy of criticizing Prince Harry's candor while seemingly overlooking the similar disclosures made in the authorized biography of the current king. While some may view Prince Harry's decision to publish a tell-all memoir as unprecedented, the royal family has a history of members sharing their personal stories with the public. From Princess Diana's bombshell BBC interview to Prince Charles's authorized biography, The Prince of Wales, members of the Windsor clan have long recognized the power of their voice and have not shied away from using it, even when it meant revealing intimate details about their lives behind palace walls. Coughlan's astute observations serve as a timely reminder that Prince Harry's actions, while certainly bold, are not wholly unique in the annals of royal history. The royal family's perceived lack of transparency has long been a source of criticism, with many folks questioning the institution's handling of sensitive matters. Prince Harry's bombshell memoir, Spare, has only amplified these conversations, sparking a larger public reckoning about the royal family's public image and the challenges they face in maintaining their relevance in the modern era. Critics have pointed to the family's reluctance to address controversial issues head-on, arguing that their opaque approach has fueled speculation and, honestly, undermined public trust. As the debate continues, It remains to be seen whether the royal family will heed these calls for greater openness and accountability, or if they will continue to operate within the confines of their traditional, closely guarded approach. Despite the initial criticism from some quarters, Prince Harry's tell-all memoir Spare has been a commercial success, with many readers praising the Duke's honesty and vulnerability in sharing his personal experiences. The book has really resonated with the public, who have welcomed Harry's candid recounting of his life within the royal family. This openness has struck a chord, as readers appreciate the prince's willingness to shed light on the challenges he has faced, providing a rare glimpse into the private lives of the Windsors. Tensions within the royal family have continued to simmer, with strained relationships between Prince Harry and other members of the family remaining a point of contention. The debate over the appropriate level of privacy for the royal family has also persisted, with Harry's decision to publish his memoir, Spare, sparking further controversy. However, royal commentator Ellen Coughlan has pushed back against claims that Harry's actions have been embarrassing the royal family, citing evidence from King Charles's own biography to counter the accusations made by journalist Dan Wootton. Ellen Coughlan's swift and decisive response effectively counters Dan Wootton's accusations against Prince Harry's decision to publish his memoir, Spare. The release of this highly anticipated book is part of a larger trend of royal family members, including King Charles III, choosing to share their personal stories and perspectives, providing a glimpse into the complex and often scrutinized lives behind the monarchy. Coughlan's ability to offer factual evidence from the king's own authorized biography really underscores the double standard and hypocrisy in the criticism leveled against Prince Harry. This exchange highlights the evolving landscape of royal narratives, where members of the Windsor dynasty are increasingly asserting their right to control the telling of their own experiences.